Question 8. Not everyone gets paid to create something they're passionate about. Where do you see the value in people pursuing their passions?
Mental, like you alluded to before, mental health for sure.
Yeah.
Is that for me? Like, yeah, if I didn't have that outlet, I'd go insane. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like it's such a broad thing. Like there's so many different things that are valuable in it. Music, painting, graphic design, photography, videography, even social media these days, right? Like
Right.
I guess a lot of them are trying to get rich and famous too, but there's so many creative people out there who aren't, but they're just doing that's their art. That's their
Right.
generation of what art is.
Right.
I think there's value in that because it's inspirational. I'm just seeing new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things.
Right.
I just think there's value in everything people creates.
Yeah, you kind of brought up something interesting though, is like, we grew up creating a certain way, and now we're
Hmm.
watching, as your father as well, like our kids starting to create in their ways.
Hmm.
We're seeing the generational change or differences kind of play out in real time. And it's like you kind of get to see firsthand of like, everyone has their way of creating.
Right.
We're watching these kids with just incredible technology at their fingertips
Hmm.
that, you know, us at their age, we didn't even know what the internet was because there wasn't an internet.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like to see how they take these tools and then create with them.
Right.
As a grumpy old man myself, sometimes I have a really hard time with the things they create with it.
Sure, of course. Of course.
Or, just slightly bitter that they have it so easy to create
Yeah.
these things. But it's also cool to kind of see, and it is inspirational to us
Yeah.
to see the new art and new
Yeah.
music and
Right.
a new view on life at that age.
Yeah.
Because I think, us being in the punk world, we were kind of at that. We were really plugged into like the youth rebellion,
Hmm.
the youthful, scene. Where I don't think if you were plugged into a music scene, you're living the high school drama movie or something, where it's just like
Sure.
football games and parties and stuff.
Hmm.
Where
Yeah.
I think, the punk rock world, you see the world differently, and then
Sure.
you're, I don't know, probably more insightful
Hmm. I
throughout
like to
life.
think so.
Right.
See, and I feel like I already saw the world differently, but I didn't have anything to attach myself to. And when I discovered punk rock and skateboarding, like that felt like home. Like, these people understand what I'm seeing here. But oh yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah. I, yeah, I think that was me too. It's just like, I don't really remember my first show, but I usually say it was the Crucified when they played a reunion show.
Hmm.
I got to go, and I say it's my first concert because it was the first time I went on a mosh pit.
Mm.
My older brother just like shoved me in during their song about the mosh pit, the pit,
Uh-huh.
and I spent the rest of the night there, and
Nice.
it was just like I can pinpoint that concert as a life-changing event for me because it was
Totally.
like I love everything about this, you know.
Right.
And I don't mosh because I'm too old, but it's
Hmm.
just
That hurts now.
it hurts. Um, but like that energy and that like feeling hasn't diminished in me at all.
Right. Right.
And I
Yeah.
don't I almost feel sorry for the teenagers who grew up or are growing up without like that connection to something.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree. Connected to their screens,
Right.
their devices. Yeah. It is sad.
Yeah. I mean,
Not that
even
there's
my
anything wrong with it, but just they don't have, something to be passionate. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like I won't say they're not passionate about it, but it doesn't make sense to my brain to be passionate about something like that.
right.
So I don't know. Maybe that's the old guy in me saying that, but
Right. I'm like, my camera back then didn't even have a screen. Uh,
Right.
I couldn't see what I was shooting. Question 9. How can you encourage others to live a life of creation and see the value in the act of creation? I think we kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
I think I need to change this question because I always say that question and then say, I think we just talked about that.
Yeah. All right, skip to the next one. Say number nine. We'll just pretend that one didn't happen.
You're like, number 9, I mean 10. Say, number 9, see previous answer to question 8.